In this video, I'm going to share with you one of the essential pieces of gear that you need to have in your media ministry to make things a lot simpler. Hey guys, this is AJ the CEO coming at you with another video. And like I said, in my media ministry, we have a large range of people from teens all the way up to people plus 50. And the task of a media ministry is to make it to where whatever we do is so transparent that it doesn't affect or hinder worship service, but it just adds to it. You heard the old adage, and I say it all the time. When the media ministry does everything right, no one recognizes you. But when something goes wrong in the media ministry, everybody knows what that is. So what we've been doing ever since we've been doing live streaming and other stuff, we've added more tasks for our media ministry to do. And to be honest, a lot of people don't know of everything it takes to actually live stream. So from a technical standpoint, by us adding this to our church, we needed to make it so simple to where anybody can do it, because the last thing you need is to get your church used to live streaming, but then your technical person who knows it isn't there that Sunday, and then you just don't have it. So let me share with you one tool that I've been using for a while and started using it at my church. That is the Stream Deck Mini. I already had the regular Stream Deck, and I love that because that's what I use here when I'm making these videos or when I'm gaming and I want to cut the different scenes without having to look all over the place. Like, you can't see it, but I got my other Stream Deck right here, and I don't know if it'll let me move it. No, this cable's not long enough. Anyway, I'll cut over to the other video so you can see it. But I use this just like in this production right now. I have the record button right now that's recording this. I have it so I can change different scenes and everything like that. Now, you might have seen my media tour video of my church, and this was actually in it. So what I want to do is show you actually how we actually use this. All right, so we're here on the Stream Deck software, and as you can see, we have 6 spaces. One is already set by default, but these are the 6 programmable buttons that you can program to do anything for the most part. Here on the right, you have all the embedded functionality that is already built into the software. So you have Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, System, OBS, Streamlabs, Stream Deck, OBS Studio, which we'll be using, and then Game Capture. A lot of these are the majority of the streaming softwares that are available. And even under here, they have even more options that are there. So you have XSplit, Tippy Stream, Soundboard, Mixer, and a bunch of other ones. So I've only actually enabled the ones I normally use. So actually, I don't use Game Capture anymore. And that's pretty much it. All the rest of these I do use. So it's really simple how to do this. So let me bring up my OBS here. And I should have a clean version of OBS here. So it's really not a lot on the screen. And we've talked about how we set up in the pro live streaming tips as well as the OBS setup, how to do this. So let me quickly go through here and set up everything. All right, so here I have OBS set up as a default markup that I normally have set up for churches I do with live streaming, as well as you can catch out that you can see on the pro live streaming tips. So I have a pre-service, a regular service, offering, be right back, and an ending scene. So these are all the scenes that I have in OBS. So now let's bring over the Stream Deck. Now, how are we going to integrate these? Now, because we're using OBS, we're going to use the OBS plugin that's already there. And as you can see, you can do a scene. So I have 6 programmable buttons, and you can make more than that, and we'll show you how to do that. So right now we have pre-service, service, offering, be right back, and ending. That's 5. So what I'm going to do is go here and grab scene and grab it over to one of my buttons over here. So as you can see, it populates and it even lights up here on the screen of what I have. So if I move it here, see, it's moving in comparison to what I'm doing in the software. So what I want to do here is say this is my pre-service. So under here, I'm going to type title, pre-service. And now under collection is going to be tying into OBS. So if we click on the drop down here, and right now, see it says untitled, because that's what I have untitled under my profile in OBS. So, but as you can see, because I gave it the same name, all of the entries that I have in OBS are listed under the drop down. So all I got to do is pick which one. So pre-service, pre-service. So I picked that. Now, under here, you also, let me actually take the space out of here, because as you can see, the words run over here. You can also place where the words are going to be, in the middle and the top, whatever. And you can also change the font size. I'm going to drop it down 1 just because it was a run on. And now you have 2 buttons. This one right here means this is when the button is pressed. This one is when the button is not pressed. So you can always change the text to be something different. So like what I like to do is when it's not pressed, I have pre-service. When it's clicked, I'm going to change the title to live. So as you can see, get it closer so you can actually see it. So right now it's lit up. So if I change it to a different plan, as you can see it didn't light up anymore because I picked a different scene. So it becomes live and the text changes to show what I just typed. It makes it stand out so when people click on it, they'll know, oh, it's first the color changed and the wording changed. Now you can always right click on here and actually set this to a completely different image if you want to. You can download pre-made ones, or you can right click on this and create a new icon, and it automatically will open you up to the Stream Deck kind of keymade tool, so you can make your own button here. They have pre-made ones here, or you can drag and drop into whichever ones that you want. So we already got that first one. So now we're just going to do the same thing for all of our scenes. Now that's for these 6 buttons. Now this one is the default one that comes in here. It goes to a web page. I'm just going to click on the trash can to get rid of that one because I don't need that one. And what I'm going to do here is drag over the stream button. And then this one is going to engage actually pressing the start streaming button in OBS. So I'm just going to say go live. And then when it's pressed, I'm going to say streaming. And let's move that to the middle so that when people see, boom, it's there. Now, the other thing I do is I actually change the color so that people can know which one is what. So you can always come in here and change the different colors so it makes it pop a little bit different. So let me go ahead and just do that real quick. All right, so I went ahead and added some some color to mine, so it makes it stick out a little bit better. As you can see, each one has a different color and represents something different when you press it, and my light is in the way. So right now that scene is live, so when I pick that, as you can see, it changes. All of them are different colors, so it makes it stand out as well too. At this point, for anybody to operate our live stream, they only have to press 6 buttons. They can go through each scene. So we have pre-service, they press go live, or they start streaming. Boom, streaming is running. And then throughout the service, they can drag this over to whatever screen that they're on. If it happens to be only one person there in the media booth, they can drag this over to where they're at, and then they just have to press buttons to get access to everything. Or if you have multiple people and they're running the stream, they don't have to put that much effort into it. They just have to see, is it streaming? And they only got 6 buttons to press. Now, if you needed more functionality, you can actually use this, add more functions in if you wanted to. So if you have more than 5 scenes, you can add more and more. So like, for example, if I come back in here, let's just say, let's remove this button here and say I want some more levels, more buttons. So inside of here, I would go to the Stream Deck and you can do a multi-action. You can change the profile. So if you had other plans, like say this is for average service, this is for Bible study, you can have a different scene in OBS as well as button configurations for the given event. But say you want to have a different level of another set of buttons. So right here, I will put another folder here. And I would just say more. All right. So when I click on that, that will give me a brand new window. And it also gives me a return button, as you can see, so that you have 5 more buttons. And if you ever have to go back, you would just press that arrow button. So it gives you another layer if you need be. Now that's only if you have the 6 button one. If you get the 15 button one, you can have more functions there, but you can have the same commands as well. I mean, you can add a bunch of items in here, not just necessarily for OBS. I mean, you can go in here to system. You can do specific commands in here if you want to. You can do certain text. You can go to websites. You can start certain programs, and that's kind of like what open is. So I can go in here and say, I want to open OBS. I just have to navigate to where OBS is. And I pick the program, and now it pulls up the icon button that associated with that program, and now it's not going to work. Well, let me close it. So I can go ahead and close this now, and all I have to do is press the OBS button right there, and OBS is open. So that you can make it as simple as, for your media team, you can program every single button into this, and they necessarily don't even have to touch anything on the computer if you needed to get to that level. But that's just one of those tools that I really like using, because it's built some confidence in the people in my media ministry who keep thinking that they can't do anything because I'm not technical. You don't have to. We're looking for volunteers who want to actually serve in whatever capacity in the media ministry. But I also, as I'm assuming if you're watching this, you're in some type of leadership in your media ministry, our whole goal is to instill confidence in the people that work with us, so that way they don't get intimidated, and it allows more people to volunteer and want to work with the media ministry, and they won't have this misconception that you have to be a rocket scientist just to help use the media ministry equipment or anything like that. So again, the Stream Deck Mini as well as the regular Stream Deck, I mean, you can use this for multiple things. You can hook this up if you're doing video switching. You can hook this up and do shortcuts if you're doing video editing, Photoshop. This thing is very, I mean, you can use it for pretty much anything that you want, but right now I use it for the capacity of live streaming and switching cameras here and there. So that's how I use the Stream Deck Mini to help enhance the things, the workflow and what we're doing in the media ministry, to make the tasks that we do from a live streaming standpoint or switching a lot easier for the volunteers in the media booth. I'll link in the description below links to where you can get one of these. And again, all the links below are with affiliate links. We get a small kickback that allows us to keep bringing content like this. I really appreciate that you hit the like button if you like this type of content that we keep bringing to you. Consider subscribing, and also hit that bell notification. That way you get notified when we come up with new videos and everything like that. This is AJ the CEO. We will catch you on the next video. Later.